Fred Rust Ice Arena at the campus of the University of Delaware. Rutgers and the Blue Hens skated to a 2-2 draw at the end of the first period. Mullen and Zucker scored for the Blue Hens. For Rutgers, it was Fitch and Crenshaw, and they had 2 assists from Gnad. Also assisting was Siegel, and for Delaware, Zingarelli and DeFerris. The Blue Hens outshot the Scarlet Knights 18-8 in that first period, although the Blue Hens gave up 3 penalties. The Scarlet Knights were only able to convert on 1 of them. Meanwhile, the Hens converted their only power play opportunity. That was Mullen's goal to tie the game at 1 in the closing 20 seconds of the first period. Michael Augsberger along with you. Thanks for joining us on Ustream's coverage of the Delaware ice hockey team. Julian Giantonio is the head coach of the Blue Hens as the Scarlet Knights come out and take the ice and are met with the cheers of the Greek life of Delaware here in the stands tonight. It is Greek night, and a lot of the houses are here because of promotions involving them. Giantonio is now in his first year at the helm of Delaware. He started his coaching career in college, at least at Tufts, in their nascent club program, and really lifted them off the ground. Then he moved on to Williston State Junior College in North Dakota, where he was the associate head coach and where they won the national title just 2 years ago. He himself played at UMass Boston, which is a Division III NCAA school, graduated in 2006, and spent one of those years in an exchange program at the University of Arizona at their club program. So he brings a lot of experience to this Blue Hen program. They're 7-1 on the season as we drop the puck on the second period. Delaware skating from right to left in the home whites against the Scarlet Knights. It's 5-on-5 skating to start the period. Fitz, the goal scorer, had it there at the near boards. He sends it out of the zone. It's intercepted there by Hawk, who passes to Redgate at the blue line. Juicy rebound from Marcillo on the Redgate shot, but it's sent into the corner by the Scarlet Knights. Now behind the goal into the corner, Gnad plays defense. He strips Redgate of the puck there, but Redgate somehow finds it back on his left-handed stick, takes the forehand wrister. It's deflected into the far corner, where it's met there by Zucker. Zucker gets around one man. And now behind the goal, Redgate's there to meet it, sends it back into the corner on the other side. His pass is deflected and then intercepted by Fitch. Fitch tries to gain the Blue Hen blue line. It's met there, and now Redgate, Michael Redgate on the near side half boards, is hit hard into the board by Gnad as he dumped it in. And behind the goal, Christian Halalko has it as both teams change. 18:46 on the clock in the second period as Gnad gives chase. Gnad overskated the puck. It's picked up by Freeman. Maxwell Freeman sends it onto the near side. And now centering pass deflected in front, stopped by Marcillo, and sent into the Delaware bench by Crenshaw. And that will be a stoppage in play. 18:28 left to go in the second period. Delaware 2, Rutgers 2. The two teams will play again tomorrow at 3 o'clock at the Pro Skate Arena in Piscataway. Face off to Marcillo's left, won by Delaware, kept in the zone by the defense on the far side. It was Zdancic who kept it in, but not for long, as it comes back out to Felice, who has to backhand it back into the Rutgers zone and give away the puck. Asroff had it for a moment, and now on the near side, Rutgers wins it. The pass came in, tried to one-time it, was Privatera in the slot. It goes wide. The centering pass is intercepted there. It came in from Delandro. Back out to the point for Felice. Felice winds the wrister in on Troiano, who steers it aside into the corner. where Delandro is there. He loses it. Now Delaware on a 3-on-2. Left-handed shot comes in. Save made by Marcillo, and he covers up. It went right into his breadbasket. 17:42 is on the scoreboard as Delaware and Rutgers are skating to a 2-2 tie. It was with the Rutgers head coach, Martin Bernstein, with whom we spoke before the game, and he kept his cards close to his chest, wouldn't give his lineups, but he did praise Marcillo for the turnaround his club has seen. And Delaware wins the draw in the far side corner. Lamberton had it, passed it behind the goal. Delaware still has it. It comes to the near side corner. Richards and Mullen fight for it. Finally, the shot comes in. It's blocked by Marcillo. Mullen, the corner now. Zingarelli spins and has Gannett on his backside. Into the far corner, skating to the circle. A shot comes in, save made Marcillo. Mullen, and then finally Richards sends it out. But it's met there by DeFaris. DeFaris keeps it in the zone, passes it along the near side boards to one of the Scarlet Knights, and then finally Gannett. Gannett sends it around to the far side corner. Great defensive play at the blue line to get that chipped puck up. Hawk makes the shortstop play with his glove over his hand. Sent into the zone. Marcillo plays it on his backhand behind the goal. It's gloved down by Gannett. Lamberton comes up with it there. He's shoved aside by Felice, and he dumps it in as both sides make a change. Richards finds a man here. Crenshaw, but he was offside. Right in front of the linesman. He still has his glove open, palmed as if he can't believe that he was called for offside there. It did look close, and I thought he kept his skate on the blue line. The linesman disagreed with me and with Crenshaw, and with 16:19 to play in the second period, we still have a 2-2 tie. Face-off because of the offside comes down on the near side. And perhaps it was actually icing that was called because Crenshaw didn't get a piece of it. Anyway, face-off inside the Scarlet Knights zone, won by Delaware. Rutgers eventually clears it, and Patterson's the one who sends it back in, but not before it touches Rabinowitz. Behind the goal, 3 players fight for it. Another one joins, and finally Delaware comes out with it. Rabinowitz has it. He's checked into the boards. Rabinowitz still has it. In the corner, now they fight, Leskanik and Rabinowitz, and finally, it's Patterson who keeps it in the zone. Behind the goal, Bolander. He's shoved from behind. It's Karapi with it. But Rutgers clears it all the way down. Icing is waved off because Patterson could have played it. 15:30 to play in the second period. Still 2-2. Patterson's pass for Leskanik is good. Leskanik skates around the circle at center. Tries to gain the zone. It's knocked aside by the Scarlet Knights. And now at the blue line, they tried to touch it up, but they couldn't do it. And now Leskanik passes it to the right side wing. The shot comes in, steered aside by Marcillo. Cascone keeps it in the zone, but the pass was broken up, and Rutgers sends it out. Zidansik backhands it back in the zone, and we have a stoppage in play here. Offside is the call. Faceoff will come outside the Delaware zone on the near side. 14:47 to play. Second period. Rutgers has come down the turnpike to play the rivalry game against the Blue Hens of Delaware. Delaware wins the draw. Michael Redgate skating in. Redgate in the corner. He's checked there. He still has control. Gets it out to Zucker on the far corner. Zucker on the backhand at the boards. Sends it back into Redgate. And now John Redgate has it. The Delaware captain skates, tries the centering pass at the point. It's broken up, and now here's Holoko. Holoko hit hard at the red line, and we have a stoppage here. Troiano has it in his glove, and the faceoff will come to his right. 14:28 to play in the second period. Faceoff between Yasinchek And Zucker, won by Jasenchuk, winds up the shot. At the point, it goes wide to the right. Out the near side half boards. Stickle fighting for it. Can't keep it in the zone. And now Delaware has it at the neutral zone. Jasenchuk kicks it ahead to his stick. Redgate strips it from him. Not for long, because Rutgers has it at the half boards. They gain the zone, hit into the boards, and Delaware clears it out. It's Stickle with it. Stickle tries to make a move on Redgate. Redgate pressured him enough where he had to turn the puck over. Zucker had his man on his right, but couldn't find Zidansek, and instead chips it ahead. This puck comes back into the Delaware near side corner where Felice plays it. Felice to Zidansek. Back to Felice. Felice on the right side. It's a 3-on-2 if they hurry. Felice takes the shot. Blocker save. It goes up into the air. Zucker comes up with the rebound after it's batted by one of the defenders. And now Redgate tries to hassle the Rutgers captain, who sends it into the corner in the far side. Hoke has it behind his own net. And it's back out here for Niski. Niski carries it up the middle, then shifts to the right side. Niski on his left-handed stick. Shot comes in, and it goes over the bar and into the netting behind the goal. It was Freeman who picked up the loose puck in the slot, and perhaps Marcillo got a piece of it. Either way, the face-off will come inside the Scarlet Knight zone. Marcillo thinks it's going to be to his right. Instead, however, they are lining up to his left, and he will have to shift directions. 13:10 to play here in the second period. Still 2-2 between the Scarlet Knights of Rutgers and Delaware. Rutgers wins the draw, and they will bide some time with Holoko behind the net. Holoko's pass for Gannad is missed. I don't think Gannad was expecting that, but eventually Fitch comes up with it. He's got Gannad in the middle. Gannad tries to get a piece of the centering pass, but it goes through the crease, into the corner, and now back out. Here's Freeman. Freeman's hit from behind. Behind the net, Delaware on the forecheck. This is Bolander. Bolander gets it to Siegel. Siegel tries to shield off one of the Delaware Blue Hens. It's Freeman there playing defense. And eventually it gets over to Bolander. Bolander tries the long pass, but he whiffed on it. And Freeman just sends it into the corner after it's sticked by the netminder, Marcillo. Big check there at the circle. Crenshaw goes down. It was Mullen on the hit. 12:10 to play. Still 2-2. Kicked at the blue line by Gannad. Gannad finds his man. The pass is broken up by Zingarelli. And now Zingarelli finds it at his skates. He skates up into the slot. Lamberton tries to whiff it out of the air. And it's behind the goal now as Zingarelli didn't get anything on it. Back out for Mullen. Mullen winds up the shot. It's high, and Marcillo deflects it into the corner. Lamberton's there. Lamberton drops it into the corner where Mullen's there. Mullen's on the backhand. Behind the goal, Zingarelli skates into the far side corner. Still Zingarelli. He drops it there. Mullen tries to play it, but Gannad gets there first. Gannad's taken down by Mullen. No penalty there. It's wrapped around to the near side. A couple of players fight for it. Coming out with it was Zidansek, who fires in a weak shot to the glove side of Marcillo, who holds on and will force the face-off. 11 minutes and 12 seconds remain in the second period, and the score is still 2-2 between Delaware and Rutgers. Delaware in the home whites, Rutgers in their away black jerseys with the red numbers on the sides and the white numbers behind them, and the red helmets. Rutgers wins the draw. Skating up here is Langlois. His centering pass is broken up. Delaware has it behind the goal now. Cascone finds Patterson. Patterson comes out from behind the net. Breakout pass. Cascone's calling for it on the near side. Skip pass across. It wasn't good, and Adio comes up with it. His shot is behind the net, intentionally wide. Big hit there by the captain of Rutgers, Gannad, on the far circle. 10 minutes and 40 seconds to play. Rabinowitz here is met there by Richards. Patterson gets it out of the zone. Leskana can't corral the pass, and now Rabinowitz has the Rutgers pass, so that was up to the blue line. Leskanik entered the Rutgers zone early, and Cascone was the one carrying it. No, Karapi was the one carrying it, and Rutgers will force the offside. Just over 10 minutes to play, and just more than halfway left to go in this game of regulation. Delaware is going to be kicked out here. It's Zucker who's kicked out of the face-off on the far side in the middle of the ice. Won by Delaware. It's sent into the zone by DeFaris. Behind the goal, they fight for it. Bolander and a couple of Delaware players, Redgate among them. Redgate comes up with it on his backhand, skates around the net, centers it, shot, score! Zucker! From the pass by Redgate. On the near side, Zucker found the far side, and it's 3-2. Zucker scores his second on the evening, and that makes his 6th of the season. That puts him in second place on the team in goals. Zucker wins the draw here, and with now exactly 10 minutes to play, Delaware has the 1-goal advantage, 3-2 the score. Zucker comes up with it now. Zucker gaining the zone, takes the wrist shot, blocked aside by Marcillo. Picked up in the corner by Rutgers. They try the long pass, it's errant, it's intercepted by Delaware, but they can't do much with it. Michael Redgate had the interception. John Redgate, deflects the defenseman to defenseman pass into the netting and out of play. Zucker scored the game-winning goal at Navy last Saturday. It was a power play goal. He was tied for 11th in the country coming into tonight. And he's got 2 goals and the go-ahead goal so far for the Blue Hens. Rutgers wins the draw. This is Privitera with a shot. It's deflected in the slot. His wrister goes into the netting in the near corner, and we'll have a face-off inside the Delaware zone. 9:29 left to play in the second period. 3-2 Delaware. Face-off to the right of Troiano in the circle. Privitera wins the draw. The wrister comes in. It was deflected in front, and it goes wide to the right of Troiano. Delandro with the shot. Delaware gets it out of the zone. Niski dumps it in. Backhanded by Marcillo behind the goal. Rutgers breaks out. Great pass. And now here's Privitera. Privitera up for Delandro. Delandro hit by Zdancic. And Delaware comes out with the puck. Niski skating into the corner. He's hit, but evaded the majority of the hit from Rivera. Skating up with it, Mazzella. Mazzella with Freeman on his left. Mazzella gains the zone. Into the corner now, still Mazzella, but it's poked away from him. Still skating with it now, Niski. Niski into the corner now, Mazzella. Mazzella stops it there. He's skating around with it. Comes back out to the points. His shot comes in, save with the pad, and into the near side corner. Niski has it there. Niski with 3 players fighting for it now. 4, 2 of each team. Freeman takes the hit from Felice. Freeman still has it, but then Rutgers comes up with it. Delandro chips it up. And it was Rivera who tried to soccer it, but Privitera was in the zone after the hit from, it looked like, nope, we have a penalty coming up. It's going to be interference. And we'll see who goes to the box. It's going to be Privitera, because he hit on the near side Mazzella at the Delaware blue line. So the face-off coming now in the Rutgers end of the ice to the left of Marcillo. Gnad will take the draw for Rutgers against Redgate. Power play line 1 against penalty kill line 1. Redgate lost the draw, but Rutgers couldn't clear the zone, and now it's back in behind the net, where Bolander and a couple of Blue Hens fight for it. Bolander is doing a good job of killing time here 3 Blue Hens are fighting for it, Redgate among them. Rabinowitz now finally has control of it in the near corner. They're still fighting for it, and Gnad will backhand it out of the zone. That killed 30 seconds of the power play. All the way down, they keep the same players on the ice. Good move there from John Redgate. Redgate racing up the left side. Redgate now at the circle. He skates, loses his edge behind the net, eventually finds DeFaris. DeFaris at the point. Gets it back out to Freeman. Freeman half boards. Freeman looking, finds the point. DeFaris shoots, it goes wide to the left. Rabinowitz with the rebound. Rabinowitz gets it out to the point here, left side for Zidancic. Back to Rabinowitz. Rabinowitz now finds Redgate. Redgate skating in on goal, behind the net. Redgate tries to center it, and it's deflected by Gnad. And Zidancic will have to hurry back to cover. He geometrically finds Rabinowitz on the near side. It's stick down, but Gnad comes up with the puck. Gnad inside the Delaware zone will kill time in the corner. 30 seconds to go on the power play, and the Rutgers fans love it here, the few of them who have made the trip. Delaware comes up with it. Finally, after Gnad killed a bunch of time in the corner. Zucker in the slot. Zucker finds his man on the right side. It's Lamberton. Lamberton wraps it all the way around. It goes over the stick of Mullen. 2 players fight for it there. It's kept in the zone by Hawk. Now at the point. Zucker finds Hawk. Hawk skates to the center of the point. He shoots! And the save is made by Marcillo. Rebound goes to the corner on the near side. And that will do it for the power play. Rutgers with an excellent kill. A couple of shots came in, but they were not troubling Marcillo very much. 6 minutes to play in the second period. And Delaware still holding on to their 3-2 lead. Behind the goal, his own goal, the Blue Hens. Hawk comes up. Hawk on the left side. He's hit by 2 Rutgers players. And in front of the goal, coming up with it, was Felice. The shot comes in from Delaware from the point. Rebound was loose for a second, and now we have some players exchanging pleasantries in front of the goal. Marcillo skates behind his goal and doesn't want anything to do with that after he stopped play by covering up. 5 minutes, 44 seconds to go in the second period. And the Greek life is starting to come to life here at Fred Rust Arena. Face-off to Marcillo's right. Karapi is out there for Delaware, and he wins the draw. Backhands it in on goal. It goes wide, past Marcillo, along the ice. Now behind the goal, Bolander and a couple of Blue Hens fight. Rivera tried to slap it out of the zone. The shot comes in from the point, never makes it to the goal. Into the far corner, Delaware skating with it. In front, the pass comes in from Rabinowitz, into the slot, score! Les Kanik comes up with the puck. The pass came in from Rabinowitz, and Les Kanik with his left hand forehand wrister from about 10 feet out puts it past Marcillo on his stick side. High and on the left side of the goal, and Delaware now has a 4-2 lead. Rutgers had a 2-1 lead late in that first period, and Delaware has scored 3 unanswered to take the 2-goal lead. Just over 5 minutes to play in the second period, and there is some swagger in the Delaware skate now. Crenshaw fights for it here at center ice, now picked up by Mazzella. Mazzella enters the zone, but not before Zidancic had, and that will be offside.
And number 14, Dustin Rabinowitz. Time of the goal, 14:38.
Face off outside the zone. Delaware wins the draw. It's backhanded in, but it hit one of the Rutgers helmets before it made it into the zone. They chip it into Delaware's side. Into the far corner, they fight for it. Rutgers on the forecheck. Gnad had it for a moment, but he was checked from behind. And now Delaware will skate out with it. Here's Freeman. Freeman sends it in from more than 40 feet away, and it's steered aside by Marcillo into the corner. Rutgers now has it with a little bit of time. Gnad, after a big hit into the far corner, Gnad couldn't clear it. And now Delaware has it in front. Freeman puts it in. It was a changeup that Marcillo had to glove out of the air. as it was coming down on him. Gannad on this left-handed shot, off the post. Low shot came in from Gannad. The rebound comes in. It goes all the way to Jasenschak, whose shot is blocked by his own man, Felice. Gannad had gained the zone here on the near side, shot with his left hand from the near side circle. It went across Troiano and hit the base of the far side post. 4 minutes and 10 seconds to go. And that could have been Rutgers' third goal. We have a penalty now on Delaware. It's Zdancic who goes to the box. This is his second penalty this evening. And Rutgers will get a prime opportunity to cut the lead in half. Face off to the right of Troiano. Won by Jasenschak. Out to the Rutgers point. Siegel sends it in. It's met there by Holoko. Back out to Siegel at the point. Siegel passes to the far side circle. This is Jasenschak. Circles around. He sends it into the zone. There's no Scarlet Knight there. And Hopp picks it up behind the goal and sends it the length of the ice. Marcillo has to pick it up behind the goal. Losing his edge, Redgate on the forecheck there, trying to cause trouble behind the Rutgers goal. Finally, Jasenschak with a little bit of time in the corner. Still Redgate fighting for it. Redgate doing an outstanding job killing time here. Redgate still with it. He's fighting two Scarlet Knights at the blue line of the Rutgers zone. 1:12 to go in the power play because of the Zdancic penalty. Finally, Rutgers comes out with it. Holoko passes to his left. And coming up the ice here, Jasenschak. Jasenschak into the corner. He's met there hard by DeFers. Sent to the ice, Jasenschak. Back out to the point. And now at the half boards. 4 players fight for it. Back out now here. This is Richard. Richard passes into the slot. And it's broken up. Finally, Mullen will play it off the boards. And it was too hot to handle by Siegel. Siegel skates back into his own zone. He comes up with it now. Siegel on the near side. He has Hawk defending him. Hawk tries to strip him from behind. It's still in the corner. 2:30 to go in the second period. 4-2 Delaware. 20 seconds to go on the power play. Zingarelli tries to chip it out of the zone. It's kept in nicely by Crenshaw. Big hit there from Mullen. And now Delaware on a 2-on-1 if they hurry. Here's Zingarelli with a shot. Tries to go 5-hole and it's steered aside. Good save from Marcillo. And now Rutgers, after the penalties, now over. Here's Gannad in the slot. Gannad tries to center it. It's deflected wide by Crenshaw. Just trickled wide of the net. Zingarelli lets it go under his skates and out of the zone where Felice will pick it up. Felice skating around in his own zone at his circle. 1:50 to go. Gannad avoids offside, but he loses control to Patterson. And now this will be icing on Delaware if Felice touches up, and he does, with Lambertson giving chase. 1:38 to play in the second period. Delaware still holding on to their 2-goal lead. Icing is the call. The faceoff will go to the right of Troiano inside the Delaware zone.
Ladies and gentlemen, just let you know we will be announcing.
Privitera, is out there. He wins the draw. Delaware on the near side now. They have it after the dump in by Rutgers. They can't clear it on the first attempt, but Zucker gets it done on the second attempt. He chips it high, and now Bolander plays it. Bolander behind his own net. Rutgers with the breakout pass. Nicely found. Here is the Scarlet Knight, number 21, Delandro. Rutgers has it, the centering pass. He had to take a hit to get that pass in, but it's broken up. Now Lambertson on the long pass ahead. He fires a shot in high to the glove side and gloved by Marcillo. We're into the last minute of play in the second period as Marcillo holds on for the face-off. We take a breath and get ready for the last 59 seconds of play. Face-off, won by Delaware. Shot comes in, pad save, it was low, and gave Marcillo a little bit of trouble. They'll have to race for it, and with the hybrid icing, Delaware wins the race to the puck. Face-off again will come inside the Scarlet Knight zone. 51 seconds on the board in the second period. Delaware leads 4-2. Rutgers wins the draw. It's Siegel who drops it behind for Privitera. Privitera finds his man at the red line. It's backhanded into the zone and intercepted by Zidansek. Zidansek sends it in, but it's icing as no Delaware player was able to touch it in the neutral zone. 36 to play in the second period. Face off to the right of Troiano. There's a scrum for it there after the face-off, not clearly won, and then Gannad comes out with it. Centering pass goes off the base of the post. Troiano lets it go, and then Zidansek comes up with it in the neutral zone. Zidansek wraps it around all the way over for Rabinowitz. He passes it out in front. Leskanik loses it for a second. Leskanik tried to get it back again, and now with 10 seconds to play, Rutgers will try one last rush. Gannad sends it in. It's offside. It was touched by Rutgers. Leskanik at the neutral zone. They waved off the offside even though it did touch one of the Rutgers Scarlet Knights. And time has run out on the second period. Delaware 4, Rutgers 2 from Newark and the Fred Rust Ice Arena here on the campus of Delaware. We're here on Ustream Delaware's coverage of Delaware hockey. 4-2 as we enter the second intermission.
Shots on goal, second period.